Let's now focus on a couple of other stocks. Sterlite Technologies is in focus because the company has made an announcement that they have finally completed the demerger of its power business. Now, Sterlite Power Transmission will be the demerged entity, will be the power business of the company, and Sterlite Technology, the other entity, which is the listed one, this will now be focusing on the telecom space. And this demerger is with effect from the appointed date of April 1st, 2015. The listed entity, which is Sterlite Technologies, the stock that we are looking at right now, it becomes a pure play telecom player from here on. They've also completed the merger that they had announced earlier, the merger with Elite Core Technologies. We have the management now joining us, Dr. Anand Agarwal, CEO at Sterlite Technology. Dr. Agarwal, thank you very much for joining us here on NDTV Profit today. Can you tell us now this demerged entity, which is Sterlite Technology, the listed stock first, the focus will remain only on the telecom space. What is the way ahead from here?
Good morning, Hina. Yeah, that's correct. For the telecom, the listed entity is Sterlite Technologies, and the focus will be on telecom. Within the telecom, we do products like optical fibers, optical fiber cables. We do system integration, like building the data infrastructure, the telecom networks, and we do software and services. And we are seeing a great level of opportunities both globally as well as in India towards creating the new data infrastructure. As more and more data propagation happens in the country, we are seeing data infrastructure requirements coming in from the telecom service providers. We are seeing it coming from defense, from smart cities, as well as rural broadband.
In terms, right.
Yeah. So this company will be focusing on providing products, solutions, and services towards building this data infrastructure.
In terms of the growth ahead, considering you have also now acquired this company, Elite Core Technologies, what is the way forward? What kind of revenues are we looking forward to? And what kind of synergy between your company and Elite Core is going to be there ahead?
Yeah, Hina, the exact numbers we can talk about post the board meeting this Thursday. But the run rate, what we have seen for the telecom business has been about 500 crores per quarter. So we are at a run rate of almost 2,000 crores annually. The telecom business has been growing year on year for the last 5 years at almost 28%. And Elite Core, when we acquired them, had revenues of close to about 180 crores. So from a telecom business perspective, Elite Core offers close to about 10% to the revenues. And we have seen growth of almost close to 30% year on year. And we believe that sort of growth should continue as we move forward.
Right. Post this demerger, what is the debt level on the books right now and what's the way forward?
The debt now largely becomes working capital only. So the debt is close to about 1,000 crores or so. And since the company is decent returns, the debt will keep going down as we move forward. We have pretty healthy return on capital deployed in the high teens. We have return on equity almost 20%. So we believe the debt is now pretty well structured, and it is all for the working capital of the business.
Any more acquisitions in the pipeline that you're eyeing out for?
Currently, nothing immediately, but we'll be looking at any acquisition essentially from just augmenting the capabilities in the company. Like we are adding a lot of capabilities and technologies as we move forward towards that infrastructure. And if there is something, we'll definitely let you know.
And for this telecom, the entity which will focus on the telecom space, which will be the key geographies that you'll be eyeing out for internationally, where do you see maximum growth opportunity?
Currently, in terms of growth, we see it maximum coming from India. We have operations in China, we have operations in Brazil. In terms of what we sell as products, we'll continue to be very global. Almost more than 1/3 of our products revenues comes from global operations, and we'll continue that focus. But in terms of creating the infrastructure, in terms of doing projects, we'll be focusing more on India, where we are seeing tremendous amount of opportunities, at least for the next 5 to 6 years.
And what happens to the demerged entity, the power business? Will it remain an unlisted player?
Yeah, the demerged entity will be an unlisted player, so the stockholders have option to take 22.5 rupees cash, and it will attract alternate investors like pension funds, like insurance companies. So it will have a very different category of investors which invest in the infrastructure space.
Right. Any fundraising plans in the pipeline going forward, considering that you don't really rule out any acquisitions in the near term?
Currently, none that we can envisage. The company is well structured and well funded, and we do not currently anticipate any requirement of fundraising.
All right, Dr. Agarwal, we'll leave it there. Appreciate you joining us here on NDTV Profit and sharing with us the details of the announcement came in. So the demerger has finally gotten approval. The listed entity will just be focusing on the telecom space. Power business is something that they have now demerged from, and they're expecting a strong growth going forward in the telecom space as well. We'll slip into a very quick break.